Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So Moon Lambo here on Twitter posting this. It's so fascinating that we see XRP up in price almost 5% in the past 24 hours, while BTC is down over 3%, along with most other coins. We saw this last week, guys, and we're continuing to see this play out. XRP, dare I say, decoupling from the rest of the crypto space. Most importantly, decoupling from Bitcoin. He goes on to say this has happened a lot lately as crypto markets go down periodically. XRP seems to not give a damn now. We've got the BTC chart up here on the daily. Right now, Bitcoin's trading at 19,500. And, over the last couple, so this is the daily, over the last couple of weeks now, even into mid-September, so about 3 weeks, there really hasn't been much movement for the king crypto. We've seen a little bit of movement to the upside, a little bit of movement to the downside, but really not too much to write home about. When we compare that with the XRP chart, of course, we have seen nothing but bullish momentum for XRP, okay, starting in mid-September. We originally did see this pump to the upside over 70%. It did correct a little bit, but guys, even just taking a closer look at that in the last 24 hours, you guys can see here, let me just get in on there. This is the hourly chart. And since yesterday, XRP did pump another 9% to this localized high here of about 53.3, and now it's sitting down here at about 6%, just over 6%. This is all just since yesterday. So what is going on? Is this going to continue? What is creating it? XRP to BTC. Let's just take a look at this chart, because traditionally what we tend to see with the XRP to BTC chart is we see XRP price spike generally during alt season. So back in May 2017, when XRP did spike against the rest of the crypto market, we saw a big spike against Bitcoin, again during the alt season of late 2017, early 2018. XRP did spike again here. Now, there were some other times where we saw some mini spikes, like the pre-swell 2018 event, right up here when XRP went from 22 cents to 75 cents. And more recently, if we look at 2020, we saw the XRP price really move around the time of the lawsuit, ups and downs. And then finally here, when we saw XRP hit that localized high of about $2 back in April of 2021, we did see the XRP price spike, guys. And take a look at this. We're actually close to that same level of resistance on the XRP BTC chart. Not quite there yet, but we're getting very, very close to that level. So I'm wondering if we are actually going to continue to see this price move up, if this might be spurred on by more positive news when it comes to the judge's verdict regarding the SEC lawsuit. We've also noticed this. XRP Crypto Wolf posted this record high network growth for the first time in 3 months. So this is the XRP network. According to data from crypto analytics platform Santiment, the XRP Ledger blockchain has just recorded its highest day of network growth since July, amid a spike in the price of the native token XRP. Per the data, the Layer 1 blockchain network saw 2,273 new wallet addresses created today, which was yesterday. This jump in users of the open source network coincided with a 5% rise in the price of XRP back over 52 cents. So they're also noticing it. A jump in wallets created. XRP network has jumped back over 52 cents on a mild decoupling from the rest of the crypto industry back today. Yesterday's network growth was the highest in 3 months, with over 2,773 XRP new addresses created, guys. And here is the sentiment tweet just outlining that. You guys can see that back in there. The highest, we got very close there back in late September, but it's actually surpassed that level here. And so that brings us back all the way back to July of 2022, when we saw a record amount of XRP addresses created. So something is certainly brewing. I'm just wondering if the momentum is going to continue. Wrath of Kahneman here, bringing this to our attention. This has to do with Ripple user Banorte. Okay, they just posted an update here. This is in Spanish, so let me just translate that. Banorte receives authorization from the CNBV to create a digital bank. So the bank reported that it will form a new bank and will operate 100% digitally, and since September 30th, received authorization from the regulator. So Grupo Financiero Banorte received authorization, as I just mentioned. The authorization is an important step in the development of our new, let me just pause, that's distracting. Important step in the development of our new digital bank, which allows us to get closer to the consolidation of our medium-term corporate strategy, the bank said in a statement sent to the Mexican Stock Exchange. The bank explained that this is an important step in the consolidation of its medium-term corporate strategy, as well as the search for its leadership in the Mexican digital market. Later, Banorte will give details on the new business and express its commitment to follow the best international corporate practices. So a Ripple-enabled bank wanting to go 100% digital, obviously by leveraging RippleNet, utilizing DLT technology, they are set up here. They're teed up, ready to knock this out of the park, especially if they are one of the only banks that are going to be doing this in Mexico specifically. You know, you got to think to yourself, we're moving into a new generation of banking clients, right? Baby boomers are becoming less and less. Millennials, Gen Z, and beyond, these are going to be the new banking clients. And, you know, they are used to just doing everything digitally. And so, you know, if you're one of the first to kind of take on that market, going 100% digital, obviously leveraging the power of RippleNet in some capacity, you are definitely going to have the edge over the other banks that are going to be paying expenses, the overhead for these traditional types of brick and mortar locations. So it's an interesting strategy, interesting that it is a Ripple user. I wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman just for posting that. Crypto Eddie posted this, white labeling RippleNet solution in Brazil. So Brazil getting more traction with regards to the RippleNet platform. This is in Portuguese. So I'm just going to translate that one. Technological products, mass payout Oz. So this has to do with Oz Corretora de Cambio. Solutions that make bulk payments in Brazil, ideal product for processing transactions with a high volume of financial beneficiaries. 100% automated solution with bulk background check in several international and national bureaus. FTP API or RippleNet integration is available. So they list it right here, the possibility of settlement by PIX and or TED, the ideal FX product for remittance companies. So this is definitely where Ripple comes in. E-commerce, payment facilitators, payment institutions, and companies with extensive international payroll as well. So the corridors, the currencies, that's where they're really going to benefit. And as Crypto Eddie mentions here, they are white labeling the RippleNet solution for payments specifically from Brazil, FX products, international remittances, payrolls on that international scale as well. All this is going to be super beneficial for Oz Corretora de Cambio when they decide to roll out RippleNet in its full capacity. So I wanted to thank Crypto Eddie just for posting that. And crypto, guys, becoming more mainstream. I just happened to see this. This was kind of a fun little video here. Somebody took this at the airport in Rome, and Tiana Baker Taylor posted this with regards to Stellar. Stellar, welcome to Rome. So built for payments here. Here's just an ad here. Built for payments, built for fintechs, built for banks, built for CBDCs, built for blockchain, built for crypto, built for developers, built for everyone. And then down here, Stellar, build real world blockchain solutions. So just one of those rotational ads that you see at these pavilions in the airport. Interesting to see this. I mean, I don't know how much you see this in Europe. I've seen it in Miami and Florida in general, but mostly Miami, huge for cryptocurrency advertisement and adoption. And you see all kinds of stuff like this. Interesting to see it's making its way across the Atlantic. Gonna keep going because we've also got this news, guys, with regards to the Algorand blockchain brought to us by the Cryptic Poet here. Algorand is going to be compatible with Ethereum. They're waiting on this Milko Meta integration. Algorand, one of the leading blockchain platforms, is set to receive Ethereum virtual machine or EVM capabilities as it is expected to be deployed on the Milko Meta or Milko Mead A1 integration soon. Is that a typo? Is it Milko Meta? Let's continue down here. According to a tweet posted just on Wednesday, Milko Meta's official Twitter account, Algorand, one of the leading proof-of-stake blockchain platforms, is set to receive EVM capabilities. And here's the tweet, guys. We are very excited to share that Algorand deployment is around the corner. We are in the second phase, waiting for partners to finish up with their integrations in order to launch. This is phase 3. What tokens from the Algorand ecosystem would you like to see on Milko Meta? And so they're pushing that out to their followers, asking what they'd like to see. And then just down here, since February 2022, Algorand has been pushing for capability with other blockchains, notably Ethereum, and has been looking for a way to bridge and enable integration with other blockchain networks to allow a significant inflow of liquidity into the network. And despite Algorand's low transaction costs, high scalability, and low latency, it struggles to attract liquidity and network activity and is comparatively lower versus Ethereum and the BNB smart chain. Also, its users are struggling with a lack of network effects as most of the NFT and DeFi projects reside in the Ethereum ecosystem. So an opportunity here for Algorand to integrate with EVM, Ethereum's virtual machine. And according to Milko Meta, Sealer will be deployed on the Milko Meta A1 rollup and give Algorand users a good decentralized interchain experience and give them access to more than 30 other blockchains. So guys, again, it's about interoperability. It's about utilizing the power of blockchain and for that power to be harnessed through other blockchains so that it really doesn't leave anyone out in the cold. And Algorand, one of those blockchains that I think is really going to make a world of difference. The Algorand token right now still trading at about 33.8. So we haven't really seen too much with regards to Algorand movement. I still think this is a great buy for the Algorand token. Personally, I mean, the dump that we've seen over the last year or so was a gift. Guys, markets are down significantly from their highs. Algorand in particular, down 88% as of the time of this recording. It did go as low as 90.32%. So great opportunity to buy these coins at a discount, and particularly looking at the coins that are going to solve problems. Wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for posting that. And then we have this, guys, Michael Branch bringing this to our attention. I know some of you guys probably saw this morning. The XRP community tried to invent this grand conspiracy, okay? This is a quote from Charles Hoskinson. He went on Tony Edwards' podcast, and I don't know if he knew what he was getting himself into by accusing the XRP community of being conspiracy theorists. So this article just kind of starts off by giving us a little bit of background on the Ripple SEC case, and then talks about this Charles Hoskinson interview. It says, Hoskinson thinks otherwise. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, does not think the accusation is correct. Hoskinson made this known in a podcast with Tony Edward, the founder of Thinking Crypto. The Cardano founder described the claims as a grand conspiracy. So what he's talking about, guys, is the ETHgate scandal, and RizXRP posted the clip here from the Tony Edward Thinking Crypto podcast. Here is Charles Hoskinson. Listen to this.
Switch gears and talk a bit about the crypto market at large. Folks wanted me to ask you, what do you think about what's happening with the SEC and all they're doing with crypto regulations? A lot of people not happy with Gary Gensler, the recent Kim Kardashian PR stunt, as well as the SEC Ripple lawsuit and the judge's, takes on what's been happening there as it relates to Ethereum and, the amicus briefs and things like that.
Yeah. Well, there's some people in the XRP community that are trying to invent this grand conspiracy that there was blatant corruption between the insiders at the SEC and Ethereum. And, I don't honestly think that that's the issue here. I think the issue is that both the CFTC and the SEC are ill-equipped from law and policy to properly regulate the cryptocurrency space. And so what they're doing is they're just trying to do it the way that they think they can with the framework they have. The SEC only has the ability to regulate if something is a security. If it's not, then it's not their wheelhouse. And so they're one of the very few US regulatory bodies that has a consumer arm, because everyday people own stock. And so they have lots of people, they have lots of enforcement capabilities. And let's be honest here, Luna happened. Yeah. BitConnect happened. OneCoin happened. Okay, so thousands of cases every year of bad behavior have occurred in our industry, and the losses have gone from millions to billions to almost $1 trillion in under 13 years, faster than any industry before. And usually when you have an agency failure in the tens of billions of dollars, it does result in the creation of new law. A great example of that would be the collapse of Enron that led to Sarbanes-Oxley, or the 2008 financial crisis, which led to the Dodd-Frank Consumer Protection Act. Okay, so what's happened is the legislative branch hasn't done its job. They haven't showed up, and they haven't passed new laws to give new powers, new bureaucracies, new standards to properly regulate the cryptocurrency space.
Them's fighting words. A conspiracy theory brought on by the XRP community. Of course, he is suggesting that ETHgate is unfounded. I think that that's a bit of a slap in the face to all the great XRP community sleuths out there, the Twitter sleuths, who have been researching this case nonstop for the last over a year now. John Deaton responded to this. I'd like to know if Charles Hoskinson is including me as one peddling a conspiracy theory, because all I have done is provide actual facts for every single comment that I have made. I tweeted this a year ago, and everything I've said has been proven. And John Deaton just retweeting out his tweet. These are facts, and they are not in dispute. Listing off, the multitude of facts that we know already about the Ethereum scandal with regards to the SEC. Belly here also saying, with all due respect, Charles Hoskinson, you are one of the Ethereum co-founders, and Cardano did run an ICO. ADA did. I used to be big on ADA, nothing against it, and I wish you all the best. and I hope it succeeds, but I think the SEC is going after you next. So this is the thing, okay? Charles Hoskinson has to be very, very careful what he says and whose side he's on. He responded to this saying, it's a conspiracy to say the entire SEC is beholden to Ethereum because of the financial gains or brand of a single member of the agency. As for individuals there, it's immaterial to the larger issue of cryptocurrencies being securities. We are all on the same side, many are not. So he just posted that last night at 7:43 p.m. Interesting because, a lot of people here have their take on this. Many heavy hitters in the XRP community, like Digital Asset Buy. I think Charles is a good guy, but he got this one wrong. We have the timeline, we have the video, we have John Deaton. Charles is welcome on my channel anytime with John Deaton to go over which parts are conspiracy and which are facts. I'm a fan, I hold ADA. So Charles Hoskinson responding here, a conspiracy or not. So he's kind of almost backtracking with this response. My point is that it doesn't matter. I explained how we got here and how we need to get out. The entire XRP affair shouldn't have happened. It's bad for the industry, and regulation through enforcement doesn't do any good for anyone. So kind of backtracking a little bit a couple of hours after he originally posted this tweet down here. So these tweets were all from last night, October the 7th, 2022. John Deaton responds, Charles, Empower Us doesn't own XRP, not part of the XRP community. Empower sued the SEC, proving they lied in court and got emails proving conclusively that Hinman violated the criminal conflict laws. Respectfully, you're just wrong to say conspiracy or not, and it does not matter. And I feel the sentiment here from guys like John Deaton and those who have put in the time and effort to research all the little intricacies, like Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed, Stefan Hubert's another one, Ashley Prosper's another one, and they're all responding to this tweet thread here because, we've been in this for so long. We have felt the pain. We have been through a roller coaster of emotions. And it's kind of not fair to just disregard the XRP community chalking them all up, or chalking some of us up at least, as conspiracy theorists. Crypto Eddie posted this. It does matter very much. Your very point is appalling. Wow, I'm quite shocked. I had you for a different person. Wow. So when they come after Cardano and ADA backed by corruption, criminal behavior, and lies, I'll remember. It doesn't matter. Moon Lambo posting there's no conspiracy because the facts speak for themselves. So, a lot of people here just kind of backing up, John Deaton and, all this information that we've been digesting over the last year plus. Jungle Inc. here saying, I don't think taking Ripple to court is actually a problem at all. We will get a transparent legal answer to security law and how it applies to the sale of crypto. I'm baffled you don't think it's a problem that the SEC director cleared Ethereum token over ADA and other assets, though. And so, again, ADA has to be very careful, or not so much ADA, but Charles Hoskinson, because ADA is not a person. Charles has to be very careful what he says, I think. I don't know if he thought, really, before he phrased this the way he did. Because being called a conspiracy theorist is a strong accusation. Stefan Hubert also bringing this up. Oh gosh. Of course, it's not every single SEC employee, but it's not like that speech Hinman gave and the no action letters and lawsuits that his department supported, and the policies that the whole SEC has been pushing all the way up until Gensler were somehow accidental. And then, of course, responding with a whole bunch of clips with Joe Lubin here talking. I mean, I don't have to go through all this supporting information. We all know about the ETHgate scandal. And I believe the hashtag was even trending at one point. I'm quite surprised by Charles Hoskinson, and I wonder if he is going to eventually retract or maybe rephrase. He is a smart enough guy. I know some people in the XRP community, though, very disappointed, to the point even where they have sold their Cardano tokens and are no longer supporting that venture. Now, I'm not saying to sell your Cardano. An investment is an investment. Cardano right now is actually, here, let me throw it on the Binance chart so we can get a little bit more perspective on Cardano. Off its all-time high, Cardano is down about 86.5%, so still basing in that level of support that many of the cryptocurrencies are at this particular point in time. Not that this really matters, it's more a matter of optics and how Charles looks to the community. Digital Perspectives here retweeting out Charles Hoskinson's tweet. I have a lot of respect for Charles Hoskinson, but it matters very much how Ethereum got a free pass for an ICO, so billions of dollars worth of projects/tokens could be launched of that protocol, while others were held back with no clarity. you should, Charles, do a show with John Deaton to parse it out. We would all like to know what exactly makes this a grand conspiracy. Being forward-looking to legislation is good, but doesn't serve anyone in this space to look past the impropriety that has been found. I personally think he just wasn't thinking when he stated this. I think he's smart enough to realize that the XRP community is a big enough community, a well-supported community, smart enough, intelligent enough community that we wouldn't just broadly make accusations that didn't have any backing or merit. So, to this, Charles Hoskinson, you've got some splaining to do, and I got to say, Digital Perspectives here, I think, has got a great idea, and I think he was picking up on Digital Asset Buy's question. Charles, just do the show with John Deaton. Do a show on one of their channels, parse it out, get it out there. Why do you think this is the case? But I think, to be honest with you, there's politics involved. I don't think it's so clear-cut. I don't think it's that simple. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.